back yet, and I'm like,
well,
he's playing melee.
Maybe Ryan's had a long day. And you know what? Who can blame him? What's
good?
good?
Running a beautiful event for us.
What's happening? Winner semis. Let's
Game
go.
game one.
Blacktwins gets first. I think probably Blacktwins the favorite here. If I were to
Blacktwins the favorite here, but these two have definitely went back and forth and played many times, especially when we have like active Toronto weeklies.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's very likely to see 3 sets between these two every week. And you know that they know what each other are doing, how many times they've played against each other.
100%. And Burst is just one of those players that's like so crafty that he's really good at everything. He's really a pusher. I think he takes Yoshi and he pushes him, which is hard to do with Yoshi, who doesn't really require a whole lot of thought sometimes.
So some of the matchups on paper look really bad, but I think Burst, obviously you were saying he's really crafty. I think one of the biggest things he's really good at using is Yoshi's insane aerial drift.
Absolutely.
He'll hit like directly on your shield as a sword character and you still won't be able to punish it because he just drifts so far out.
No, you definitely got to use everything at your disposal at this level of play. And Yoshi's air drift is up there with like his top qualities.
Yeah, no, Burst is really good at doing it. Because I think a lot of Yoshis will tend to like drift in like the back and then go out. He'll just like go the whole way. He'll just hold one direction and just be on the other side.
Why wouldn't you? Wow, Blacktwins, he's using his foresight in a lot of really like good ways. It feels very intentional to me.
Yeah, intentionally using a foresight's really good. So if you have like a slow projectile like Yoshi Egg, that one's like a bit specific, but he knows what he's doing. That's how you can tell he knows the matchup.
Yeah, and if you can do it, you may as well. That move feels so bad to get it back.
Yeah, and cut him out of the armor as well.
And wow,
that's not
good. That is an incredible. I think that's probably Yoshi's. We're talking about Yoshi's great qualities. His worst qualities probably he doesn't really have a lot of options to land. He's got that air mobility, but if you pin down where he is, what does Yoshi really have?
Yeah, he needs like the space to use the mobility, but if you're right under him, especially if you're sometimes doing what Blacktwins will do, where you can be Mythra and you can just like move around on the ground.
Sorry, Blacktwins is cooking. Yeah, it's really good that Burst took that stock because Blacktwins went for short hop, side B, and neutral, and then footstool off of there. And almost got some good shield pressure.
Yeah, you try to do the footstool, hope they miss it and go for the jab lock, but it's looking good for Blacktwins. Looking like a Blacktwins 1-0 to start us out. But you can never count Burst out. I've seen Burst make some crazy comebacks in this matchup from those weeklies.
No, absolutely. Especially like Pyra Mythra, their recovery's not bad, but it is exploitable.
Yeah, definitely.
And Yoshi is one of those characters where his offstage presence, excellent. Like
he can just go out there. Forward air hitbox is crazy.
It's crazy. Even like Nair just sends it such a bad angle.
Yeah. And forward air can also like 2 frames, so you can still sometimes hit the recovery. If you're forced to side B, you should be able to time that. Double leg, 2 scoops.
But Yoshi, this is definitely one of the spots where Yoshi is going to struggle a lot. Like sword fighter character, like they're up a stock, they don't need to come to you. So how can Yoshi get in?
I mean, this dog is doing pretty well. He's kind of making it back, but you still have such a differential here. But it's possible. It's coming back. Blacktwins really hasn't gotten many hits. Throw him off stage. The switch as a pseudo air dodge is so good.
Again, with the shorts on edge. I think Blacktwins is really capitalizing on the fact that some of these edge guard situations, they happen so fast. And Burst just doesn't have time to set up.
Just 5 down tilts in a row into F-Smash.
Don't quite get the timing, but
you never know.
Up air.
Got the rage as well. Yoshi has a bunch of random kill moves. Every single aerial kills too. Like.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
gonna be it.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Game 1 to Blacktwins, but we saw how well Burst was doing at the end. You never know how this game 2 might go.
Yeah, you know, Burst, he looked like he was figuring stuff out. I think at the start, he kind of lost that second stock really, really early for Yoshi.
Yeah, no, it was super quick.
Blacktwins got an excellent read. Fair credit to him. You take that read away. I mean, that could have been an even game.
I feel like his momentum really got squandered after he lost the first stock. It like slowed the pace down a lot there.
Absolutely.
Burst was finding a lot more.
Absolutely. I think that's what you have to do as Yoshi in these sword fighter matchups. Because if you're not going to go and overwhelm them and just be on top of that sword fighter time and time again, you got to pick your moments. You have to choose a good time to go in. You have to win your neutral battles more often than not, because it's really hard as Yoshi to get in.
It's an uphill fight, definitely. And finding your spot against a character like Mythra is not an easy task to do.
No, definitely not. She's so quick, the frame rate is so excellent, and Yoshi hates those swords.
We see stuff like that, dash back pivot grab to outspace them. You always have some tools at your disposal.
Oh, is he at the jump?
That's crazy that hit.
That is ridiculous.
Exactly what I'm Is he just sitting on the ground? Doesn't need to go up and chase him.
Why would he?
Just use the great ground speed.
I've always admired Blacktwins a lot because he's the kind of player that will pick his moments
He's so patient.
so patiently and so carefully that when he does go in, it's like almost guaranteed.
Yeah. No, Blacktwins is arguably just honestly my favorite player to watch. Not even just in Ontario, just in general. I think Blacktwins might be my favorite player to watch. You can like see all of the thoughts going through his head. You can tell every decision is calculated, which I admire so much because you don't see that with a lot of players.
Absolutely. And when you look at him play, like it makes sense. Everything he does.
Yeah.
He does it, and you're like, I understand that.
It's such a beautiful play. I love it. And I think a character like Mythra, with all the tools you would ever need, really complements him on that too. You have all the speed you could ever need to make any decision you want.
Absolutely. First, keeping it close this time. Not losing his stock very early.
Attack all the way across the stage.
I wonder if as Yoshi in Burst's mind, he's kind of accepted mentally before the match even starts, like, okay, it's going to be hard. I'm going to be taking damage. I'm going to be taking percent. But you know what? As long as I hang on and just keep patient and keep this pressure on, eventually I will get my opening. I'll get my lead.
I'll get something. Because Burst definitely like knows his combos. Like it's more than just the basic like up airs.
Yeah.
We've seen him do some crazy combos. I know you gotta take every hit as far as you can when you're losing most of your neutral exchanges, which that's just kind of how Mythra is sometimes. You gotta know that's gonna happen.
Yeah, Burst is not having a lot of luck off stage.
No, this is not that close of a set for how close I think these two would go.
I mean, it happens. Maybe Blacktwins is locked in. Maybe Burst's having a bad day. I don't know. Maybe it's just the truth that this matchup seems a little tough for Yoshi.
Does not seem like a great matchup. 3 down tilts, looking like Rob. The weight again. That is so good.
Smart. And I don't even feel like it's like an error necessarily on Burst's part. Like he's trying to get out of this, but Blacktwins is just all over him. Pyra's got these huge hitboxes, Mythra's so fast. Where can Yoshi really go?
Yeah, like your air drift is something, but your air drift is not as fast as Mythra's ground speed, that's for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that's 2-0 now already on the mark of Blacktwins. And if we see that go, I don't know if we would hop. I think we would hop down to a quarters match first, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not going to count Burst out. I feel like Burst as a player, when I watch him, I feel like he's got this like Burst X factor, where he'll just suddenly start like, it's almost like an imperceptible change in how he plays, but he'll just start like suddenly doing incredibly well. And in this case, maybe it's the red Yoshi.
They're changing back, blood red.
Blood red Yoshi. He's smelling blood in the water.
Well, immediately Wade saw what Blacktwins did last time. That's already some of the adaptation you can see right off the bat. It only takes one time of doing something, second time you know what's up.
Exactly. I just feel like it feels like Burst. Okay, he's doing it now.
They say, look at those combos. They're crazy.
Say, he needs to push his, like when he does win neutral, he's got to push his advantage state really far, and I think he started to do that now.
Yeah, it's just like been right next to Blacktwins like the whole time until like now.
Oh,
drifted down. That's so smart on Blacktwins' part. Like both of them playing so patient.
Oh, and no jump.
Yeah. Blacktwins just like jumped right by where he was, staying out of the range, waiting for a button. That's so good.
Maybe a stock? No, Burst didn't confirm it. That's got to be feeling frustrating for Burst. Blacktwins is already living so long. To get those big openings and then just not capitalize on them, it's got to sting.
Yeah, it's not the best situation ever for Burst here, going down after that good start.
And you got to kill him here. No. Okay.
That's a double jump up there. We'll have to see how the start of this stock goes. Jumps in them. Again, waits for it. Blacktwins has done that every time.
Wow.
Or come out swinging with a move rather than up these specifically. Oh, yeah, you got the last hit. You got to make it count. You got to stay right on him.
Blacktwins on the hunt, running right into his shield. Good patience from Burst.
He's staying like right on top of Blacktwins after the hit, but he's not doing the thing where he's just coming out with hitboxes. He's being there, he's playing defensive or offensive based on what he thinks Blacktwins going to do. But of course, Blacktwins playing very patient, staying at the tip of the sword range as often as he can.
He is really showing how to play this matchup well. He's playing so patient. He's pushing his advantage really, really hard. He's not really giving Burst a lot of opportunities to get those early kills, to get him, to even close out stomps.
Yeah.
And I mean, just look at this. What can Yoshi do?
He's using his disjoint like so amazingly well.
And if he air dodges, I mean, Mythra's so fast, he can still cover that.
Yeah, Mythra's so fast to cover it. Blacktwins is also just like, Blacktwins will do the thing. He does his true combo. Once the true combo's done, he's going to wait for you to do something.
Yep.
So even if you do nothing, like technically press nothing, that's still doing something by doing nothing. And Blacktwins will read you no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
Air didn't hit. But Burst has not been able to find like a single kill off stage until now.
Interesting, I presume, a miss.
I think that was supposed to be a side B.
Yeah.
But actually, the B reverse. But still a good lead for Blacktwins here.
Yeah. And Yoshi off stage. I mean, Blacktwins has been punching Burst really hard when he's in the corner. When he's off stage.
And Blacktwins keeps doing dash in to bait out a back air at a shield and dashing back. That's hit Burst so many times this set.
Okay. You just have to wonder if Burst is doing even like 10% better on these like openings he's getting. Would this be a completely different set? Oh, but that could be a stop.
Kill? No, but you're so far out.
It goes off stage.
That one's gonna
That's
take
what we
it.
like. That's what we like to see.
Finally, the off stage finally came into play there. Burst on the board. What are we gonna see for the next game? I don't feel like the stages have played like too significant of a factor in this.
I would agree. I think it's been a lot of just raw neutral, raw play interactions. I wouldn't say like the Bastion platform is making a difference or anything here.
It's a very like grounded game, or like staying on like the bottom part. Even when they're in the air, the platform itself is not playing too much.
But to be fair, we haven't seen Blacktwins a stage counterpick yet. So
No,
maybe.
I think we got Pokemon Stadium 2. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty neutral.
Blacktwins immediately running in this time.
Wow, he's changing it up.
Yeah, just trying to stay right on him.
I think that's the sign of a good player is you make those preemptive adaptations, right? You predict what your opponent's going to do in response. Blacktwins maybe decided to do it a bit too quickly.
It's an interesting choice because I mean, Blacktwins obviously is a good player all around, but rushing in is not where his strength lies.
Oh, that's
unfortunate. I don't think that was intentional,
dirty.
but maybe it was.
Maybe it was.
Fair into up air. That's some good damage. Oh, no, just still right all over him. Blacktwins being a lot more aggressive.
If I'm Burst, I'm feeling frustrated by all of Mythra's quick little moves.
No. Every time Blacktwins is off stage against Burst, he just waits.
Yeah.
Blacktwins
Why
is not done much.
He doesn't mash at all. Interesting choice.
Blacktwins' mash is really good, but I think he was intentionally trying to like mash and then get out without like using something bad, and then messed up. But I know Blacktwins has an amazing mash. I've seen him survive at like 160 against those.
I wish Burst would do just a slightly better job at recognizing when those moves are going to knock down and set up a tech situation. Because I think
it's a hard thing to realize.
It's absolutely a hard thing to realize, but it could be the difference maker.
It seems really important. We saw last game he won off of a jab block.
Exactly. Great air at shield.
Burst is off stage now, just goes right high. And just switched to Pyra, so he couldn't punish the landing actually. I'm surprised he didn't immediately switch back to Mythra upon seeing Burst going high. Well, Burst kind of doing the same thing, trying to stay on the ground, but not enough speed for that was Yoshi.
I was going to say, like, great patient pressure by Burst, but Pyra's moves are just so huge. And that's stuff. Excellent read, excellent wave.
Knew exactly where I was going to send to, like followed it forward off of the up air. Like forward air and then had to go a bit forward on the up air where a lot of people would probably just try to instantly up air directly above them and would miss. Burst is up this game.
Yeah, he's doing
much
well.
quicker pace game.
This is a great adaptation by Burst. And will he go out there?
I don't think this offensive style, like I said, is what Blacktwins usually thrives on. And I think it's helping Burst out a lot.
Ooh, that could have been... Okay.
Hard to say if this is impatience or an adaptation from Blacktwins, but it still could win. It's a close game.
Absolutely. You can't count Blacktwins out, but I mean, all things in front of us here. It looks like Burst is going to take this one.
No, the wait on the mash. Take the up air.
Great nair out of shield. And now Pyra.
Yeah. No, Burst has had that happen to him so many times. He knows the parry timing for it.
An excellent ledge pressure there.
He's 2-2. After how not close those first 2 games were,
Even
Game
the
3
third
was still looking like a wrap too.
Yeah, even the third to an extent was not looking good for Burst, but fair credit where credit is due. Burst has adapted really well. He's been punishing Blacktwins off stage better, on the ledge better. Those are the areas I feel like Burst was kind of struggling earlier. He wasn't getting those kills. He wasn't getting those kill confirms. He wasn't getting those edge shots.
It's also notable that whoever's winning this is going to fight Riddles, and both of these players definitely have taken a few sets off Riddles before. Burst had a full season where he was even with Riddles, like 4-4.
Wow.
And Blacktwins also won Riddles, ironically, at the last Zen Garden. Blacktwins won the tournament over Riddles.
I remember that. Blacktwins are reigning Zen Garden champions.
So either one of these players definitely can put up a good fight and possibly beat Riddles here.
Interestingly enough, Blacktwins goes back to Hall of Bastion. That's where Burst won game 3.
That's where Burst won.
So maybe he was thinking...
The overall pace of the game was more in his favor, though.
Oh, reads the jump.
Not looking like it right now.
That move is so hard to edge guard. It seems so easy, but it's so hard.
Yeah. It's like you kind of assume it's a hitbox that's just straightforward, but it actually like goes along with all the angles it goes at. So you try to like short hop over it and then you just get caught.
And I will say, Burst seems, ever since last game, he seems much more in control of both neutral and punish game here.
He's getting a lot more off of his hits here. That's for sure. He's getting a lot more like edge guards and everything. I think there's also like a lot of missed space stuff from Blacktwins. The amount of nairs out of shield I've noticed have been so super high.
Down B
spacing might not be on point.
He does it again.
Interesting.
And you've got to wonder, is this a change that Blacktwins made, or did Burst truly just figure it out?
Yeah, no, this is not looking good for Blacktwins. These games are much more quicker paced when Burst is winning, as we've noticed. The Blacktwins games are super methodical, even as like 2 stocks, but the Burst games are just lightning fast when he's winning.
Quick. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. See, another narrow shield again. That seems to be the big thing right here. The spacing is just not on point on shield anymore.
How is Blacktwins going to get this kill? He's on Mythra. He can't really do anything super strong.
Under a weird hitbox. I don't know if that is a sour spot or not. That up tilt's going to connect though.
Up tilt huge that it covers the air dodge through it.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what he can do here. Trying to play a bit more patient again, which is good. That's what he needs to do. It's where he's made his mark.
Wow, and even lands with time to stop that fair coming down.
Yeah, jumps back, doesn't jump in after that. That's how you know. He's like, all right, slow it down.
Yeah, Blacktwins is not messing around. Yoshi is definitely one of those characters where if you don't know exactly what you're doing when you scrap with him, like when you play those really quick neutral interactions, he is just going to own you. And we're kind of seeing it here. Blacktwins, to his credit, has been very patient, but it seems like that's faded away a little bit.
He's struggling a bit more here. Like I said, even that there wasn't a nair out of shield, but just the up smash out of shield. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint your mark, get your exact spacing that you want to do in your little cluster. I think there's also a lot more nair from Blacktwins. It's a much smaller move. I don't know if that nair has a purpose or it's just like a panic, oh, it's everywhere around me button. But it's definitely smaller, and he's getting hit with nairs out of shield from his nairs a lot.
Blacktwins potentially on his last winner stock here.
First tries to end. What is happening?
It just seems like Blacktwins is just a bit more desperate to finish it.
Yeah, so he's like staying on Pyra here, not even trying to use Mythra to get him off stage.
Yeah, that's gotta sting. Up tilt doesn't kill.
Take it. Can't really follow him off stage either with a Yoshi air drift.
Burst really smartly doesn't fast fall. He just drifts slowly to the floor.
Yeah. You try to predict the fast fall with the up tilt. Because at that point you have to choose something.
Okay.
All right, game 5, last stock. You love to see it. Let's see what we get here, Burst. Big lead here, though. Blacktwins has a lot of ground to make up, but that's definitely something Mythra can do.
And already getting it started.
Already
40%. And just chases him. Burst wisely keeps his jump.
Yeah, okay. Chasing here is great.
And I really hope that for Burst's sake, he just...
That's
That one hurts so much. I was going to say, you got to hope for Burst's sake that he's patient with his recovery, that he doesn't give Blacktwins